So, I have a question. Are you anchored or are you weighed down? Are you anchored in faith? Or are you weighed down by what you see? Because your motion will be different depending on if you're anchored or weighed down. So let me give you this quick definition of an anchor. And it's actually really fully loaded. It's actually a whole word within itself. It is a heavy object attached to a rope or a chain used to moor a vessel or secure a vessel to the bed of a body of water to prevent the craft from drifting due to wind or current. The word moor is a place where a vessel or a boat can be tied so that it cannot move away. A vessel is a person. Well, obviously, it can also be translated to boat, but in this context, a vessel is a person regarded as a holder or receiver of something, especially non-material. A sea anchor is a drag device not in contact with the seabed, used to minimize the drift of a vessel. So there's how that motion is. It's not that an anchor will hold you completely still, but you know what I mean? You're in the same spot, but you kind of sway a little bit. But if you're weighed down, you honestly can be tossed to and fro because you're looking for something. It's too heavy and it's weighing you down because you're trying to figure it out yourself versus being anchored in faith. When you're anchored in faith, you can stand firm and you know that your Father can, will, and wants to come through for you. He can, He will. He does it all the time. It's not that He does it for other people. He can do it and He will do it for you too. But you have to be anchored in faith. You have to have a posture of belief. You have to have a posture that He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I don't know why that keeps coming up, but go look at Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's stories. You have to be anchored in your faith, and that causes you to stand firm in a place. That causes you to not be able to drift from, you know what, I'm done trying. You know what, I'm done believing. You know what, I give up. Or you can be weighed down to a place of stagnation, being stagnant, not moving, not doing, not going anywhere at all. Or you can be weighed down in a state of depression because you're looking at yourself trying to figure these things out without the hand of God, and it is impossible. Even if it's partially possible, it's impossible. Even if it can be accomplished, it won't be sustained. Being anchored in faith is a lot different than being weighed down by your troubles and the things that you see. Yes, things can appear one way. I think that God designs it to look that way to increase our faith. He is God. He is God. He is God. This is not a lowercase g God that we're talking about. We're talking about the God of the universe. We're talking about the most high, almighty, all-seeing, all-knowing, everlasting God. We're talking about the real God, the benevolent God, the sovereign God, the God who can judge, but chooses not to judge in a way that we would judge others. Lord help me. We're talking about the real, the only, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Before Him there was none. After Him there will be none. There is none like Him. No, not even one. Not even one. People will let you down. God will not. You have to be anchored in your faith with a posture that God can, with a posture that God will. And I assure you, time and time again, He will come through for you. Time and time again, He will provide. Time and time again, He will obliterate. He will completely annihilate and take down and destroy what you think is a mountain in front of you. What you think is a big thing erected in front of you. He will annihilate it. We can call Him a wrecking ball God. Be anchored in faith. Don't be weighed down by what you see. Don't be weighed down by what you hear. Yes, you are correct. Everything that you feel, everything that you see, yes, it does feel that way. Yes, it does look that way. But He is still God. He is still the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look it up. Read your Bible and know who you're dealing with. Know who you're dealing with and be anchored in your faith. Don't be weighed down by what you see. I love y'all.